Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here. Welcome to Black Clover Mobile. Alright, so what you are seeing now is the global server. You can already pre-download the game in advance. So very cool cutscene. I do think that this game has a very high quality in terms of the graphics. Alright, so the gameplay, it really depends on you if you like turn-based whatsoever. But in this video, I'll be covering the reroll guide. So hopefully give you guys a better idea on how to reroll in the game. Because reroll in this game is going to be a bit different from the JP or KR server. Theirs have an option to basically delete certain accounts. But, you know, on global server, we don't really have that luxury. So how should you reroll? Let's talk about this. Now this video is sponsored by BlueStacks. If you guys are not aware what BlueStacks is, it's an Android emulator that allows you to play any mobile games on your PC. It's going to have an advantage. As you can see right now, I'm running this on my BlueStacks. This is my BlueStacks version as of now. So 5.13.200. Now the reason why I'm using BlueStacks is because especially for games like Black Clover and stuff, it does make for an easier reroll. Now, I'm going to be talking a little bit about multi-instance manager a little bit, which is this thing right here that allows you to make multiple BlueStacks that allows you to run multiple of the same game. So how you would want to reroll, the best way is you create a main instance where you have Black Clover Mobile installed, and then you want to clone this particular instance, right? So you go to instance, clone instance, and just click on that particular one, and then just create one instance. You can create multiple accounts. Make sure your PC is able to handle this, and you have the storage space as well. So once you have done, you want to play the Black Clover on this particular instance that you just clone, and then reroll there. And if you don't get the character that you want, this is the one that you want to delete. You delete this particular one, boom, and then you clone the original one all over again and repeat the process. Do not touch the original one, you just play on the clone instance. If you guys are interested and want to support the channel, I'll have my BlueStacks link in the description below. Now, big shout out to Pritwan because they did already list down the methods to reroll. Hopefully, I'll be able to explain it throughout and also try to give you guys a little bit of visual example because I've done this before back then when I was playing the soft launch for the Canada server. Now, rerolling in this game is going to be a little bit difficult, especially for global server because it's going to take at least 1 hour per reroll. You sort of have to use emulator in a way. You cannot use phone even because there's no delete account even. You cannot delete account. You know, usually you can delete account, wait for a few days, but you can't even do that. Clearing cache from phone doesn't really work. That means you need to use emulator with multiple instance. Alright, so something like I mentioned earlier that allows you to run 2 BlueStacks at once, or you just need to multiple Google account. Alright, if you have multiple Google account, you have multiple email, maybe you can do that. Heck W. Now, once you finish this particular so-called 1-3 whatsoever, you complete the quest in the first village that you start in, you have the ability to summon. However, that's not your infinite reroll. You have an infinite reroll way later on. In this particular summon, you will be able to obtain a fixed SSR character. Everybody will get this character called Charlotte. Okay, so they will ask you to go to the summon, and then you can see tap to summon 10 times, right? To summon new mages. And this is the tutorial summon. Alright, so you can see everybody will get Captain of the Blue Rose Knights Charlotte. So this is fixed, alright, don't be surprised that you get SSR in the beginning. And you can see there it is, SSR Charlotte, everyone would be able to obtain her during this so-called tutorial summon. Now, let's move on to the reroller. Now you have a very strong character overall, right? So once you reach this part where the bird comes to your head, this is like way later on, alright? You might have to play 1 hour. If you read the story and everything, you don't skip, it might take 2 hours actually. It's not even funny. I did this, watching the entire live stream back when I did this was kind of crazy. So this is going to open up infinite selective summon. You can do this 20 times. So as you can see, the summon button is highlighted for you right there. And then you can see perform selective summons. So this is going to be where you want to pay your attention to. Now keep in mind, it's not, like I mentioned, it's not unlimited amount of times. You can only do this 20 times. So if you get the character that you should be getting, or the top tier character, I wouldn't try to be greedy, right? Obviously, the good thing is you can save some of the presets of characters that you summoned before. So let's talk about the main choices. Who should you pick ideally? Who are the main characters you want to consider obtaining? Now, this is a tier list courtesy of Pritwan.gg. As you can see, like I mentioned earlier, everybody is going to get a free Charlotte Rosalie. So that's one character that you don't have to worry about, fortunately. So you're going to get a meta character for free. Now, in terms of your reroll priority in the infinite reroll banner, I'm going to say Lotus should be your priority. Alright, by far, this guy should be the best character, the best debuffer in the game. Now, the reason why he's so strong even until today in JP and KR server, he's super future proof. He will be able to help you out in a lot of PvE and PvP scenarios even, right? As you can see, this tier list is divided into PvE and PvP, and you can see Lotus is consistently at number 1. So recommend to pull for Lotus. He has a very unique skill, inflict reduced speed on enemies. So as you can see on one of the special skill right here, and also he also have a combined attack. So this game has a combined attack where if you pair a character with a certain character, they do something called united attack. He has combined attack with Mars, which is one of the strongest defender in the game, right? Again, this can also do reduce speed to the enemy, something that no other character can do even until today, which makes him a very valuable character overall. So highly recommend Lotus as the main priority. He should be the number 1 priority for every single player playing the game, if you're looking for meta at least. Now the second priority, if you can't get Lotus for whatever reason, you're too lazy to reroll, try to get Mars. Now Mars is a defender, right? He's going to be much more of a defender, a technique defender. As you can see, he can inflict taunt. He also has the ability to stun the enemy, very annoying to deal with. Kind of a CC character as well, stun on some of the combined attack as well. And the united attack, combined attack with Lotus right here will be able to inflict reduce all attack on the enemies. So Lotus and Mars should be the top priority. As you can see, both in PvE and PvP, they are always going to be there. Now for Yami, unfortunately, you are not able to pick him up in the reroll or infinite reroll. He is not available right there. He's going to be a unique one where you have to pull in the other banners. So as far as I know, for most players, rerolling for him is not an option unless you really want him. Then you can probably do 10 pulls out of the reroll banner. But yeah, that's going to be a big risk to take, right? Very strong character overall. But I think most people, like I've said, already have Charlotte as well. They sort of, I wouldn't say they feel similar role, but still, if you have Charlotte, it does reduce the need to have Yami as well. So Yami has 2 variations. One is going to be the regular one, and then season 1 is going to come with the Clover Academy variation. This one is going to be something that you can consider picking up, which I'm going to talk about separately in a selector that you will get later on, right? So besides that, who should be your other priority? Now I did personally roll for William Vengeance on my Canada account. I do think that he's pretty good, pretty decent overall if you're looking for a supporter technique. Has the ability to disable the enemy, which is not bad. He also provides counter attack to the ally with the highest attack for 1 turn. If you're looking for an AoE character, William can be one of the characters that you should consider, although he shouldn't be your first priority. I would say Lotus should be first, Mars second, and William should be third. So hopefully, you know, if you can get better ones, consider getting those instead. Now, when it comes to SR characters, the lesser rarity ones, you want to pay attention to 2 in particular, and that's going to be Finral, Rolla Case, and also Nebra Silva. Now these 2 are going to be not bad actually, especially Finral. See if you can get a combination of Lotus plus Finral, because that's going to be the best reroll ideally. The best out of the best, because Finral is going to be an SR character, so that means you have a higher chance to obtain this particular character. He's a very good buffer. He's able to grant all allies increased attack. He can also buff increased crit rate, can also increase speed, which is something that again super valuable in a turn-based game. Highly recommend you guys to obtain him, build him. You won't regret it, especially if you care about the meta, right? 60% chance to remove a 1 debuff as well, so he can cleanse some of these things as well. Not bad as a character overall. Now when it comes to Nebra Silva, she shines against a single target boss, right, where she's able to reduce the magic attack, also inflicts a reduced defense up to 70%, right, and has the ability to increase damage taken by the particular boss. Like if you're trying to tackle a content that requires you to fight a single enemy, she shines spectacularly right there. So she's going to be an SR that you want to pay close attention to, both Finral and Nebra. Now as for the rest of the tier list, some of these characters you don't really have to worry too much. Unfortunately, Asta Clover Academy, Mimosa Clover Academy, and also like I mentioned, Yami Clover Academy, these are not included in the infinite reroll. These are going to be separate in a separate banner. You do have a chance to get one of these in a selector, which I'll talk about in a later video. But you can see a lot of these other characters like Lich. I guess he's a decent attacker, but still I would rather get Lotus, Mars, or William. Now Redis Spirito is going to be one of the more notable defenders as well if you want to run like a turtle com or turtle strat. This guy is apparently very annoying in PvP, so let's see if I can find him right there. As you can see, he is going to be one of the more annoying PvP characters that you want to pay attention to. Alongside with Valtos. Valtos shines in particular in PvP, right? Very annoying character for an SR. Now if you can get Mimosa, she's going to be a very strong healer overall. Is healers good in this game? As far as I know, generally it really depends, alright? It depends on the team that you're trying to build. But early on, it doesn't hurt to have at least one healer in your party. So with that being said, that's going to be it for this particular tier list. Everything will be linked in the description below. Do keep in mind that you are able to, like I said, have 20 chance of summon, and you can save the results in a preset like a save summon result, and you can bring that up, if you wish to, select that later on. So don't worry about it, just do one summon, and if you get good ones, save it in the preset and then continue rerolling. Use up all the 20 chances, so make sure you guys get the best combination that you can. So big shout out to BlueStacks for sponsoring today's video. Make sure you guys check out my link in the description below if you guys want to download it for yourself. As always, subscribe, give this video a like. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.